Good morning. So I was thinking about something that one of the people in the comments had mentioned, Mr. William, and he had asked if anybody new has been in the neighborhood or anyone's moved to the neighborhood recently, if I've noticed any different activity, things like that. And as a matter of fact, yesterday or the day before, I tried uploading a video where I'd gone over, I guess, an unusual amount of foot traffic this last weekend. And by that I mean an unusually high number of people approaching the house and asking for different things and asking if they can come on the property and do work, things like that. Which, that happens from time to time. That's not unusual. It was just the volume of people. And it was a holiday weekend. It was Mother's Day weekend. It seemed very weird. And it kind of caught me off guard. Now, it was usually when I was outside with children, because we did have family over, and I would be outside with children and people would approach. It was very strange, but not too strange. But the other thing I thought of was about a month ago. My child had someone stay the evening, and which, not a big deal. But we were all three in the front living room, and there's windows in the front living room, of course, and the front door is in the hallway right next to it. It was probably 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock in the evening, and we were all three sitting in the living room having a conversation. They had wanted to put air mattresses in the living room and sleep in the living room and just kind of relax, which is fine. So we set up the air mattresses and laptops and stuff like that, and they can just sit in there and relax and do whatever. And I happened to be in there with them talking at that point in time. Someone, probably closer to 11 o'clock. We don't have a TV on. We don't have anything like that. It's just us sitting in the living room talking. When all of a sudden there's a banging on the door. And it's very abrupt. And it caught everyone off guard. Because the porch is right next to us. Right next to the windows. We usually hear people walking up and down the steps if anybody approaches. That, especially me. That's not something that usually catches me off guard. So I jump up and I walk over to the door, and the house alarm is on, and my keys to the front door are in the dining room, so I don't have them near me. And this person first asked, and they were a teenager, probably 15, 16 years old. The first thing they ask is if they can come in. I said, "Excuse me?" And they said, "I need to come in. Can I use your phone?" "I'm sorry, no, you can't." They knock. I'm still standing at the door. It's a glass door. I can see them, and they're looking right at me. And at this point in time, they put both arms up on the glass, like they couldn't see in for some reason. It was very strange. And they kind of knock again, and I'm still standing there looking at them, and I'm like, "Why are you knocking? You can see me." And they say, "Well, can I get a drink of water? I need a drink of water. Can I come in?" "No, you cannot come in, and no, I don't have a drink of water. I'm so sorry." And they just kind of look at me for a moment, probably 30 seconds. And I guess it registered with them. I don't know. It was very strange. And then at this point in time, I stepped back because I went to look at the control panel for the alarm to make sure that it was on, because I was starting to guess it. And I know that there was this moment where I wanted to open the door and give them a bottle of water because it's a bottle of water. Who cares? And I don't want to be rude to any child. I don't care what age they are. And they just kind of leaned on the door a little bit, looking in the window, and I thought, oh, great. I'm going to have to do something. And then they said, but I'm thirsty. And I said, no, I'm sorry. You're going to have to go somewhere else. Oh, okay then. And they turn around and they start to walk down the stairs. And now at this moment, I'm standing there watching them, and a car pulls up probably 20 feet from my front door to the left. And as this person's walking down the sidewalk, and they say something to them through the window. The other person says another comment. I don't know. I could just see their mouths moving. And then they open the back door and they jump in and leave. That was so strange as far as an interaction at our house. Usually people, they ask for things. That happens. They usually ask, for help with something. Things like that matter. But it was just so strange how they didn't react. Like there was no emotion, if that makes any sense. Now, I'm looking at this person in the face. They don't have black eyes, okay? This person, they were somewhere else. I have no idea what was going on in their brain, but they were somewhere else. This was not someone that had black eyes. But perhaps they were high. I don't know. It was just a very strange interaction, and that was probably at the beginning of when all these weird things started happening. And I completely forgot about that until the other day. And then I never put two and two together. I still don't even think it has anything to do with it. But it was still very strange that this person came up and acted the way that they were. Like they weren't emotionally attached to anything. And the fact that they kept looking in the door at me, like they couldn't see me, was even stranger. They weren't looking around the house. They weren't trying to look to see if we had anything worth stealing or anything like that. They were just looking right at me. Like they weren't sure if I was there or not. It was very strange. And I don't know. The line of questioning, who knows? It could very well be just high on something. That happens. Unfortunately, I wish it didn't happen. But it was a very weird experience. For the middle of the night, from a child nonetheless. It was very strange. And then they just stop someone, get in the vehicle, and go with them. Like nothing happened. I don't know. So that was one of the ones at the beginning. And I've rambled on again. So I'm going to stop this one right here. And then I will make a separate one about all the people that came up over the weekend and approached me outside. Again, I'm not saying all these people are black guys. I just think that it's interesting that there's a pattern of people who have recently started approaching, because this hadn't gone on in a long time. And I'm just trying to see if there is coincidences, if there is a trend. Maybe I missed something. Maybe if I'm thinking about these out loud or documenting them, then I'll be like, it's got to be that. I forgot about that. I missed this connection. This has got to be it. All I'm trying to do is figure out what's going on around the house. That's it. So again, thank you. I hope you guys have a great day.